All right, joined by Christy Winters-Scott as we continue to follow this development with Brittney Griner over there in Russia. Christy, I appreciate your time. Obviously, an emotional topic for all of basketball, especially in the women's basketball community. How are you feeling? How do you think the community's feeling right now with this latest ruling of Griner's appeal getting rejected?
Well, first of all, it's an honor to join you today to discuss this. And when I first heard it, I will say that I was shocked, and I know many people throughout the day have said it was an expected verdict today to deny her appeal. But I was in tears because I've known Brittney over the years and covering the WNBA. My kids have been big fans of hers all through her career, and she's always been gracious and the ultimate pro and the consummate leader for her team. And so when I heard that, I teared up. I'm in the car, I heard on the radio. And I was devastated because I know that when Brittney was down in the bubble in Bradenton, Florida, that she couldn't stay down there because of the isolation of that bubble. And now she's by herself and it's just going to be worse. And I mean, just to think that she was there in Bradenton with her teammates and all 12 WNBA teams and staffs and whatnot. And that was difficult for her. And she was there for 2 weeks. Scott, it just, that's what sits with me. That's what resonates with me, like who she is as a human being and how she's dealing with it, both mentally and spiritually and physically as well.
Christy, she's been in prison in Russia for over 8 months now. It's almost like she's becoming a political pawn between the U.S. and Russia. I mean, how ridiculous are we at this point where she's basically a pawn in a big game?
It's tough. And I know Kathy Engelbert, the commissioner of the WNBA, has said it's been a most stressful geopolitical situation. And just to know that they are fighting and trying to get her back here, it's just been really frustrating to know that it wasn't successful this time. It doesn't mean that the next time it won't be. I'm holding out hope for that. I mean, as a parent of 3, I couldn't even fathom my child being over there. And that's going to get me going too. So I just feel for her family. Obviously for her, I already spoke about, how tough it was for her to be in the bubble, but just as a family member and a parent, it sickens my spirit. It sickens my soul. And it's really hurtful and painful just to know that, something can't be done more expeditiously.
Yeah, it's crazy. As life goes on here in the United States, there's Brittney Griner behind bars in Russia, so far away from home. You're very close with the basketball community, especially the WNBA community, college women's basketball. How are the players, you think, reacting, feeling about the situation?
They are hurt. They are sick to their stomachs. I mean, all of the comments that I've seen on Twitter, I mean, it's the broken heart emoji. It's the crying tears. I know I use those a lot today as well, but I just think it's their sister. I mean, it's someone that you are playing basketball with. It's your teammate, so you know them not just X's and O's lives, but you know them as people. The camaraderie and having not played in a long time. That's the part I miss. I don't miss running a horn set, right? I don't miss press defense. I don't miss a 2-2-1. Like I miss my girls, and I think that's what I'm getting from the women's basketball community is the human element of it and the teammate, the sisterhood, and just the camaraderie and being in lockstep. And more than just basketball, it's bigger than basketball. It's not just sports. It's about sisterhood. It's about womanhood. It's about all of us just fighting for each other and being there for each other. And it's a helpless feeling. I will say that. I know it's for me. I couldn't imagine being her teammate. I was just talking about being a parent. Couldn't imagine being her coach or a teammate or people who have interacted with her on USA basketball. I mean, who have represented this country on the Olympic team several times over, just to know that she's over there having done all of that and still not being able to come back home. And it's really disheartening. And it's really sad. I can't think of a stronger word than sad, but I mean, disheartening is right up there.
Christy, if you had the opportunity to talk to Brittney, what would you want to say to her?
Just to hang in there, that you have a lot of people here who love you. A lot of people here who know that it's been incredibly stressful to be in that environment, and also not to have a conclusion in front of you Like it's scary, but just know that you're not there alone in spirit, that we're all with you. You heard Steph Curry say that, I mean, on opening night. I mean, there are so many people who are pulling for her, not just to come back and play basketball, but to come back and to be able to be loved by everyone who loves her, fans, but, you know, her family and her teammates and coaches. I just think, you know, I would just tell her just to hold on to hope and to hold on to God's unchanging hand. I mean, I know it's tough when you don't see an ending, but that's what you have to do right now.
Christy Winters-Scott, I know it's an emotional time for you. I really appreciate you giving some perspective on this latest development with Brittney Griner. Thank you so much.